Today I got two news stories I'm going to bring to you. PayPal is Square gobbling up all new Bitcoin supply. Think about that for a moment. And I think this is a small indication of something that's going to be much, much bigger. You don't want to miss this content today. Also, we're going to be talking about this here. Ponzi schemes suspect uses underwater scooter to flee the FBI. This is crazy. We're going to talk about this in a moment. But the thing here is really what his Ponzi scheme was all about. And of course, the fact that the story's a little bit ridiculous. But before we get into that, let's come over here and take a look at what's going on with Coin Paprika. Bitcoin's at 18. Let me hit the refresh button over here. Bitcoin's at 18,000 and where we at? 18,251. Ethereum's at 591. Look at that. Ethereum's up 8% today. I did see Ethereum touch $600 earlier. I don't know how far above it got. I just happened to look at it and it said $600. I said, whoa, look at that. It looks like it's pulling back off that $600 level. Ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin is going to be, this is nuts. Think about this. The year 2020, most of us can agree in our lifetimes, this has been one of the craziest years that any of us have ever had to live through. However, it's been a perfect storm for crypto right now. An unbelievable perfect storm for crypto. The 2020 bull market is in full effect. Make no mistake about it. 2021 is going to be, I think, equally extraordinary, barring any major negative government regulations. But outside of that, it should be nothing but blue skies ahead. Listen, if you love cryptocurrency, you love this technology, you love learning about it, you want to know more about it, and you want to learn how people are getting rich with it, make certain that you hit that subscribe button, because that's what we talk about on this channel. This is a part of a movement, and we are here first before everyone else. That is incredible. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you right now, just not financial advice. I don't think this is a time, though, for people to jump in. My opinion, I'm not a financial advisor. So I don't think this is a time for people to jump in with $50,000 or $100,000 in a new position. What PayPal's doing right now, they kind of have to, because they've got to give an offering to their customers. But it is ultimately, we're probably going to see a pullback before this market continues to go forward, which is fine. But just buying in now in large quantities, just because PayPal's doing it, don't mean that you should do it. I'm a firm believer in dollar cost averaging, but even better than that, learning how to earn a passive income with just one project right now. If you're new to crypto, you need to understand there's extraordinary opportunities here. Just one project alone, I've been able to see at certain times 0.5%, 0.8% return a day. We're talking about a legitimate business and sharing in the profit revenues from that business. And of course, that's not necessarily guaranteed or consistent, but those are the revenues that we've been able to see in literally just one project. And there are so many different passive income projects that exist in cryptocurrency. I have an entire course where we talk about earning crypto passive profits. I'll put that down in the description. It's a link to Subscribestar. That's who hosts our course. I'll also put a video above just to give you a little tidbit. It's kind of a preview of the course. Let's get started in these news stories. So first of all, Ponzi scheme suspect uses underwater scooter to flee the FBI. This is interesting. This moron, first of all, absolute crazy moron, used this little Yamaha scooter thing to go underwater trying to escape the FBI. Now, first of all, keep in mind, it moves at 4 miles an hour. Where did he think he was going? Second of all, this guy has to go in the record books as one of the stupidest people on the planet. First of all, it goes 4 miles an hour. Second of all, he's in a lake. He's in a lake. Where? It's not like he's in the ocean. Where did he? Where was he going to go? Third, he's got to breathe. So either he used a snorkel. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine some moron thinks he's escaping, thinks nobody sees him, and he's got a snorkel on top, sticking out of the water, breathing? Could you imagine how stupid that would look? And if that sounds ridiculous, best case scenario, he had scuba gear, and that scuba gear probably had bubbles. You could just follow him along the bubbles. It's a crazy story. When authorities went to arrest Matthew Pearson, or however you say that, Piercy, on Monday for what they said was his role in running a $35 million Ponzi scheme. He took off in his truck and led them to Shasta Lake, the largest man-made reservoir in California. Tracked by air and trailed by FBI agents and members of the California Highway Patrol, Mr. Piercy, 44, Palo Cedro, California, was seen removing something from his truck, entering the frigid water with it in his street clothes, the authorities said. After about 25 minutes in the lake, part of which he spent submerged, A very cold and wet Mr. Pearson emerged and was arrested. So he spent 25 minutes in the water. Where was he going? What was he doing? I mean, the guy's seen way too many movies. This is, I mean, you can't make this stuff up. It's so stupid. Anyway, what kind of Ponzi scheme was he running? That's where it gets a little bit interesting. He spent, the Justice Department noted in a detention memorandum, however, that Mr. Pearson spent some time out of sight underwater where lawmakers could only see bubbles. Oh my goodness, that tells us right there. Could you imagine? Oh my goodness, what a moron. Okay, he was indicted for running a $35 million Ponzi scheme. First of all, this isn't a Ponzi scheme. This is a Ponzi scam. A scheme is money's going in and coming out, and you know it, and you're trying to get in first and get out first. That's a scheme. That's a game. That's a scheme. A scam is you're told that the money's getting invested, like right here. Investments in securities, cryptocurrency, mining, and life insurance, algorithmic trading. But yet, you're not doing that, or you're not doing very much of that. And they said that he was using this money, him and one of his partners was using this money to pay off personal loans, credit card debt, etc. So, and he was using a company called Family Wealth Legacy and Zolo Financial. We'll look at that here in a minute, because that website, believe it or not, is still up. So two companies, Family Wealth Legacy and Zolo Financial. But I mean, cryptocurrency mining. I got to say on this. So he's clearly probably targeting an older audience, probably a financial planning audience. In fact, I know that. I'll show you that here in a moment. Which is typically an older audience than is currently in cryptocurrency. You're talking about 50 plus. So with that being said, cryptocurrency mining, I mean, this is like the cloud mining stuff, the Genesis mining stuff. That's not normally that profitable right now. It could be profitable, especially if we start seeing $100,000 Bitcoin, which I've done a video about that. I mean, we've had two, by the way, there's two articles now that have both said, and I was trying to find the other article. I was going to mention it today, but I couldn't find it. I saw it over the weekend. Two articles now are claiming that we may see $300,000 Bitcoin by December 2021. I was predicting 100,000, but Citibank and one other financial company are both predicting 300,000. I mean, that's crazy if you stop and think about it. But when our next story, we talk about PayPal gobbling up Bitcoin, I can see how that could be possible. We'll get to that in a minute. But I want to come back to this Family Wealth Legacy. Cryptocurrency mining, I mean, this sort of thing, cloud mining, trying to show a return of, I think they were doing returns of like 8% on the website, it says. Like, first of all, you can earn so much more than 8% in cryptocurrency. I mean, so much more than 8%. Annualized, cryptocurrency has done staggering numbers just holding it. But in a passive income stream, I told you earlier, I talk about it in our Crypto Passive Profits course. I also have a video talking about my $100 per day strategy. But you're talking about earning 0.5%, 0.3%. I looked at two cryptocurrency investments last night, and I'm going to be talking about them later on this channel. Ladies and gentlemen, there's just so much opportunity in crypto. Two investments last night are returning, just rough math, about 30% a year right now in crypto. 30% a year. I mean, that blows away everything in traditional financial markets. Absolutely everything. Now, there's so many opportunities, and people aren't even talking about this stuff. Even in the cryptocurrency YouTube channels. Listen, if you want to hear about some of the latest investments that's taking place in crypto, smash that subscribe button. And do me a favor, if you love this technology, hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. And listen, I've got something I'm going to be talking about. I've been doing some research. I'm going to be bringing it to you, and I'll keep going with this content, but I want you to understand, like, nobody's talking about some of this stuff. Or just a few YouTubers, but they have like 1,000 subscribers, 200 subscribers. It blows my mind. And I heard a couple of larger YouTubers talk about it, but they just kind of touched it. They were staying surface level. They weren't going deep in these projects. There are such unique opportunities that exist in crypto that have never existed before, because the blockchain technology makes this stuff possible. And there's no other technology that would have made this possible. So if you want to find out about that, stay tuned. Follow me on this channel. Subscribe, bell notification icon. Don't want to miss it. I want to quickly take a look at his website, because I found that it's still up. Family Wealth Legacy. This stuff looks, it looks relatively legit if you go through it. 2020 events to be announced, except they're in jail. Testimonials. Matthew, thank you for tender care of our senior relative and our professional demeanor and bearing We feel that you and your firm set the bar for estate planning and senior related needs. Thank you again, Matthew. I mean, it's just crazy. Look at this one. Congratulations, Matthew. Your company, Family Wealth Legacy, has earned the Better Business Bureau Compliant Free Award for 2014, an honor exclusive to Better Business Bureau accredited businesses. We are honored to recognize your business for superior performance in the area of ethical business practices. That's the Better Business Bureau. By the way, I have no doubt this is 100% legitimate. The Better Business Bureau is an absolute scam if you do not know that. It is an absolute scam. All you have to do, you can be a bad business, pay your dues, address all customer complaints, even if the customers are not satisfied with how you address the complaints. As long as you show that you address the complaints according to the Better Business Bureau, meaning you send them documentation to show that you address complaints, you will keep a very high grade. You can't tell them exactly what the grade is going to be, but it will stay high. It will stay positive. They make money off the businesses paying them, not the customers reading the free reviews. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is just another example. Better Business Bureau, freaking scam. But anyway, where was it at over here? Giving back events. There was something about hiring careers. There we go. Check it out. They were hiring at one point in time. This is the other guy, his partner that's also in trouble. They were looking for a private wealth officer, executive assistant, someone in accounting. Effortless earning. This is where they talk about Zolo. Zolo effortless earning. With Zolo, the online generated investment account, you'll earn a fixed annual percentage rate APR of 8%. That's not only one of the nation's best rates, it sets the benchmark at 15 times greater than many of the leading institutions. After compounding, our APY is 8.33%. Stable, consistent returns managed by our senior investment team. Zolo will provide its members with audited financial statements annually, as well as company-compiled quarterly and monthly statements. Minimum investment is $50,000. Ask your private wealth officer for details on effortless earnings from Zola. Wow. And of course, they were just running a Ponzi scheme. They weren't really doing anything with the money, ladies and gentlemen. You got to be careful out there in this space. You got to be careful in crypto. You just got to be careful. Take everything with a grain of salt. Diversify. There's extraordinary opportunities that exist, no question about it. But you don't need someone else doing the investing for you. You can do it for yourself in crypto. That's what makes it so incredible. All right, let's talk about this. PayPal, Square, gobbling up all new Bitcoin supplies, fuels current price spike. Now, here's the thing. Oh, I got so much to say. This is a short article. I'm going to read through this article, but this is a sign of something that is extraordinary, and I'm going to talk about it. Let's go through the article first. PayPal Holdings and Square foray into the cryptocurrency space is fueling Bitcoin's upward movement, according to Pantera Capital, an investment firm focused on digital currency and blockchain technology. The investment firm analyzed the current Bitcoin rally, looking at numbers from Itbit, the cryptocurrency exchange run by Paxos, the partner of PayPal. When PayPal went live, volume started exploding. The increase in Itbit volume implies that within 4 weeks of going live, PayPal is already doing almost 70%. It's already buying almost 70% of the new supply of Bitcoins, wrote Pantera Capital. The investment firm said that PayPal and Square's Cash App are already purchasing more than 100% of the newly issued Bitcoins. Pantera Capital theorizes that when other financial institutions jump on the cryptocurrency bandwagon, and they will, supply scarcity will become even more imbalanced. The only way supply and demand equilibrates is at a higher price, the investment company explained. Basically, the more people want to buy it, it's going to drive the price up. Why it matters. Paxos Itbit saw its trading volume surge 500% to 26.5 million in mid-November from 4.4 million a month ago, as per CoinGecko data. The 24-hour volume at press time was 23.6 million, so it's still staying very high. While it took Bitcoin community 12 years to grow to 100 million strong, PayPal has brought with it 300 million active users, noted Pantera. That's extraordinary, ladies and gentlemen. This rally is more sustainable than in 2017. One of the main differences is the ease of investing in Bitcoin now via PayPal, Cash App, Robinhood, etc., which I don't recommend you use any of those. I'll talk about that in a minute. Since the beginning of the year, Bitcoin has gained 155%, while Ethereum has risen 330%. Comparatively, the S&P 500 has risen a modest 10.1% on a year-to-date basis. There you go. Crypto trumps current financial models, current financial markets by miles. That's old technology. PayPal CEO Daniel Schulman said this month that the company's third quarter earnings called that its cryptocurrency leap is just the beginning of the opportunities. There's the current price action. So I'm not sure what this means right here. However, ladies and gentlemen, let me just first say this. I don't recommend that you buy cryptocurrency on Cash App, on PayPal, on any of those services, Robinhood, and I'll tell you why. First of all, they limit where you can move your crypto. They absolutely limit where you can move it. Many of them don't like you to move it to any sort of gaming websites or anything. The whole purpose in having cryptocurrency is so you can control it. You can do it for yourself. That you don't need someone else, centralized agency telling you, hey, you can't send your crypto to that address. We don't like how that company does business. That's not their right. Instead, I recommend you use something like crypto.com. I'll put a link in the description. It is a affiliate link. However, with crypto.com, you'll get if you sign up, you'll get $25 in free CRO tokens if you get their Ruby card. But you get a debit card. You can easily spend your crypto. You can easily, to my knowledge, they don't limit anywhere you send your crypto. You can send it on to your private wallet, your ledger. You can send it to any other exchange you want. They're not going to limit where you send your crypto. So with that being said, I highly recommend that you use something other than Cash App, PayPal, and Robinhood. Now, this right here is just the start of something extraordinary. I did a video 2 years ago. Some people called me crazy. I said Bitcoin's going to $1 million. People were like, "That's crazy. That's crazy." They couldn't wrap their brain around it. Which they're not even thinking about. Bitcoin going up 10,000+% or whatever crazy number in the past couple of years before the last bull market. I mean, people don't understand basic supply and demand. I mean, PayPal, Square, granted, they're relatively large companies. But look what they've done to the price already. What's going to happen when Iran, who's already started dealing in Bitcoin to get around U.S. sanctions, what's going to happen when they start tying up Bitcoin or start buying it up for their financial reserves? What's going to happen? Iran can buy more Bitcoin than PayPal probably could ever buy. And that's just one government. What happens when Russia's like, Iran's buying a lot of Bitcoin. Maybe we should buy some Bitcoin. Or, Iran wants to transact with us. They're selling Bitcoin to us. Maybe we should hold some Bitcoin. Or China's like, you know what? Maybe we should hold a little bit of Bitcoin. We need to diversify a little bit out of the U.S. dollar. And then the Australia's like, wait a minute. These other countries, that tend to lean towards socialism and communism are buying up Bitcoin. Maybe we at Australia, we should put some of our financial reserves, 0.25%, 0.5%, 1% into cryptocurrency, into Bitcoin. They're going to choose Bitcoin right now. There's nothing else they're going to choose right now. What's going to happen when that happens? I mean, what that does to the price. And then you're talking about adding gasoline to already, blazing fire when the U.S. is like, wait a minute. This is like a cryptocurrency Cold War. We don't necessarily look. China doesn't necessarily love cryptocurrency, decentralized cryptocurrency. They want their Chinese yuan. The U.S. government doesn't necessarily love decentralized cryptocurrency. They want the Fed coin, which is centralized, where they can control it. But when they see other people buying, now you're going to end up creating a bit of a cryptocurrency Cold War, where it's like each side's going to start buying it up to preserve their own economic position. If that happens, if we start seeing central government, and I predict that we will, not financial advice, I'm just a cryptocurrency YouTuber and an enthusiast. But if we see central banks buying up cryptocurrency, decentralized cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, ladies and gentlemen, look out. Moonbound is an understatement. And all of your passive income streams, you think you're making $50 a day, $1,000 a day, $100 a day, $20 a day. That's going to 10x, 20x, maybe even 100x in some cases, depending on the cryptocurrency and the model that you're earning from. I mean, that's nuts. The one cryptocurrency stream that I was talking about earlier, I'm currently getting about $22, $23 a day. I was projected at current earnings in crypto to be getting about $12 a day. But because of this current bull market we've entered, it's going nuts. I'm going to hit my financial goals probably far faster if we continue moving up like this. I mean, it's absolutely crazy what is taking place. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here first. We're here early. I spoke to somebody over the weekend who I thought was pretty astute when it comes to finances. Like they've been in the traditional financial markets for some time. And we started talking about government spending, and then the topic of gold came up. And so, of course, I naturally brought up Bitcoin. And he was like, yeah, but how does Bitcoin have who determines the price of Bitcoin? I said, the same people that determine the price of gold. And he said, what do you mean? I said, it's supply and demand. Increased supply, increased demand, limited supply, and whatever people are willing to pay for it is the price. And he said, yeah, but Bitcoin is computer generated. Therefore, they can just print as many as they want. It's not really limited. And I was like, oh my goodness. It just hit me. This relatively intelligent person has no clue about blockchain technology and why they can't just arbitrarily make more Bitcoin. And sometimes you forget when you're in this space, you watch cryptocurrency YouTubers, you read in this space, you play in this space, you invest in this space. You kind of don't always realize how much the rest of the world is still behind. The big boys are moving in. PayPal's moving in. But you got here first. Or if you didn't get here first, you're here now. You're here before the masses. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you right now, there's opportunities that exist in cryptocurrency at this very moment that will not exist 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Why? It could be regulations. It could be businesses. And it could be just because the space starts getting saturated right now. The reason some of your staking projects earn such good returns is because there's not enough people staking. When all of a sudden you see, a lot of times cryptocurrency investors, if they ain't making 15, 20% a year, they feel like they ain't making nothing. But when you see PayPal and you see JP Morgan jumping in the game and they're like, wait a minute, we can earn 8% a year on our balances? So for them, that's awesome. And when they invest, the returns are going to go down because a lot of those returns are based on the amount of participation in the marketplace. A lot of the things that exist now, even crypto.com, they pay you 5% or 6% depending on what tier you're at. That's only because there's not enough people right now. When there's too many people, they're not going to be able to pay that back out. When they get to a certain level of customer, you're not going to always be able to earn that. Some of these income streams may stick around. You're just not going to know what's going to do, what's where. So I'm going to tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, you need to be in this space now. And I highly recommend that you do your research, be safe, dollar cost average. I recommend focusing on passive income streams. At the end of this video, you can take a sneak peek of our Crypto Passive Profits course. It's under development right now. But at this very moment, there's a whole community of us working together, encouraging each other, sharing strategies, troubleshooting, growing passive incomes with cryptocurrency. And now's the time that you want to be able to learn how to do that at this very moment. You're here first. You're here early. Ladies and gentlemen, think about this. We are part of something that is going to change the world. It's already starting to change the world. That's mind-blowing. I don't know what 2021 is going to hold when it comes to politics, the election, the traditional economy, the sicknesses that are out there. I don't know what 2021 is going to hold. But I'm highly confident. We are going to be so thankful that we're already here and we're already a part of this. If you're glad that you're part of cryptocurrency, if you're glad that you've already invested in this space, and if you're glad that you own Bitcoin, you own Ethereum, you own Tron, do me a favor. Go down in the comments and just type, I'm glad. Thank you for being here. If you haven't done so already, smash that subscribe button. Watch the video on the end screen. I'll give you a sneak peek, a free preview of our Crypto Passive Profits course. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, decentralized cryptocurrency equals freedom. This is Crypto Wealth. I'm out.